This week, we've seen lots of attacks on Attorney General Eric Holder. Many Republicans are calling on him to resign by demanding he release more documents also in the Fast and Furious case. And so I want to ask the panel, is this White House doing enough to protect the Attorney General? And also, where is black leadership? I mean, here you have Eric Holder, who has been, first of all, he was a high-ranking official in the Justice Department under President Bill Clinton. He becomes the black first African-American Attorney General. He has been very aggressive on many issues. But some folks are saying that, look, he's been taken to the woodshed, and he is not getting the kind of support that you would think he would be getting.
Eric Holder, he was the poster child for the darts once he came out saying that
we're a nation of cowards.
A nation of cowardice.
Right, and that speech took place in February 2009, shortly after the president was sworn in.
Now, right, and you have to remember, there are so many ubiquitously clandestine programs here on security issues. You know, this was dealing with cartels.
I'll give you your $10 for using your big words.
Okay, thank you, and I will take it right now. So we're in a recession still. Okay, so, but let me say this. You have so many programs that we don't know about, and he may have, if what the Republicans are saying is right, he may have tried to keep it secret for the sake of the security. But how many people remember dates all the time?
Here's the question.
You know, when you go before it.
Here's the question. Is the criticism fair? And do you see a lack of resolve in terms of defending him aggressively on television, on radio, in print?
Well, but what I would like to see is, to me, the way to do it is because you're right, these programs are hard to explain. There are a lot of different pieces. It started under Bush. There are a lot of different pieces. But how about some surrogates in the intelligence community, some surrogates in the Homeland Security community that can come out and speak to that? Because I think there's a way to be defending Eric Holder and substantiating the points that he's making, because he's making some very important points in terms of legal precedents. We've heard it in the past from other administrations, and I think that's the time when you need other validators on the outside.
But Armstrong
stood by him early on in the administration.
Armstrong, are these attacks on Attorney General Eric Holder, are they fair? Are they just? And are Republicans proper to demand his resignation?
Listen, on the latest issue with the declassifying of the information on the cyberspace and the cybersecurity with the New York Times, I think what people don't understand about the law and the president, as long as the president himself authorized them to leak the information, then it's not declassified. Because the president
it wasn't declassified.
It can always.
He didn't authorize a leak.
But if he did, then there's no need to appoint a special prosecutor.
If he did, he already said he didn't. The president already said he didn't. The reporter
I'm not sure.
Said
I'm not sure what
the
president's saying. I'm not sure what he's saying.
I'm going to ask again. Do you believe that the attacks by Republicans on Attorney General Eric Holder, are they fair, and are they right to demand his resignation?
Not to demand his resignation. I do think there's some issues of perjury. If you look at what ISA has posted on his website versus what the Attorney General said versus what the leaked information that came to him, there are some contradictions, and the Attorney General was not necessarily forthright in what he's told them.
Joe?
In the hearings.
He didn't know anything about the program, but then turns out he'd been briefed about the program.
Of course but he's not on trial. He's not the one.
Oh, I see.
He's doing the investigation. There's a different standard. There's a different standard. You know there's a different standard. We're talking about Eric Holder.
This is not the first time we've ever dealt with a leak issue in any administration. They all leak. Every last one of them do. We go through all of this. We went through it a couple of times. Actual people got put on trial. Actual people's lives were put at risk. I think it's all political. I think a lot of it is motivated by a desire to get something that sticks. I don't think it's
to hurt this president.
But I think the answer to your question is, I think it's hard to judge because we don't have all the facts. So that's what I'm saying. I think there are ways to I think he deserves more of a defense. There are ways to bolster Eric Holder.
That's my point, because I'm just saying, looking at various cable shows, looking at what's in print, I am not seeing the aggressive defense of the Attorney General. I think back to President George W. Bush. I look at AG Alberto Gonzalez. I look at John Ashcroft. And again, you saw folks saying, we're going to have your back. And I'm looking at, again, black leadership. I have not seen an aggressive
People are taking their
defense
lead from the
of
White
A.G.
House. And
Holder.
you're right. They're taking their lead from the White
But
House.
I do-
But Valerie Jarrett is standing by. Valerie Jarrett is coming up. But
Right.
what you need is for the president to say, and in his testimony,
But you actually need a communications plan
Well,
when
the
it comes to
communications
defending
plan-
one of
Right.
your
But
top folks.
But the president
Karen?
is supporting the attorney general.
Gotcha.
There is no question he's supporting him, and it's unconditional. And the president has not even indicated anything about Eric Holder resigning, or should there be any kind of anything to punish him for anything that he's done. The bottom line, he's carrying the president's water. The president knows exactly what the attorney general is doing. They're in bed together. They're on the same sheet of music, and the president is going to protect him.
Karen.
That is one person he will protect.
That's why I say I think it's important to have outside validators
Right.
who understand the complexities of these issues. Because let's take the leaks. How many people who are not necessarily political people in the loop
Right.
and have access to that information where that could have leaked? We have no idea. I can tell you from having worked in the White House, those documents go all over the place between the White House and the Defense Department and the NSC. The leak could have come from anywhere. So
First of all, you go to State Department. You
that's
go
right. So you can't. So I think part of the reluctance is, on the one hand, you know that there's more to the story and you don't know what the story is, but there's a way to still, again, support the Attorney General and his integrity while you're doing that
Are you
investigation.
saying it's
going nowhere
unfair?
right
Are you
now
saying the
in the
hearings are
campaign.
unfair? Are the hearings unfair that it's and those are calling? I don't think
it's
so.
not unfair,
One of-
but he's not going anywhere
One
in
of
the
the-
midst of a campaign.
And look,
presidential
bottom line,
campaign right
bottom
now.
line
I
is,
agree.
bottom line is one of the reasons I say when you look at these various attacks. You look at what's happening in Florida when it comes to the voter purge. When you look at the
that's right.
DOJ's involvement. When you look at voter ID laws. At this moment, when it comes to the election being months away, it is important to have stability and a strong Department of Justice to ensure that those voting rights are protected. And so that's why I'm saying when you have an attorney general who has been taken to the woodshed, it makes it even more difficult when some of these other cases come out. So that's why I'm
It
still.
makes it easier for partisanship
Precisely.
accusations to stick.
And that's why I'm still very surprised that I have not seen an even more aggressive defense of him from black leadership,
You're right.
considering the fact that he is the first African
I
American
think it's
attorney
because of
general.
the legal
Black
issues that
leadership
are involved.
This,
Is why you don't see
this,
it.
this
But
goes
you-
back to the central question. What black leadership are you talking about? Are you talking about Hill leadership? You're talking about internal White House leadership? I mean,
But
who's the...
black leaders, but I'm going to say this real quick.
I need
Black
10
leaders and
seconds.
black people are scared to come out to say anything in fear of hurting this president. And that's a lot of the reason why you haven't heard a lot of black people come out.
I would say other black people because I ain't scared of nobody.